I'm Scott Allen Miller. It is the 5th of November, 2021. This is the Sheep Guarding Llama vlog, and welcome to Miami, Florida, where we're going to be for the next several days. Okay, so if you watched all the updates yesterday, you know that we missed our flight. We had all kinds of complications from that, and now we have to deal with getting another flight and all that. So our flight is booked for Sunday. That is still going on, and I'm sorry for the siren in the background. That never goes away here, so it is what it is. I'm actually going to walk out in the rain. Then my app said, oh, the rain is stopping. So I'm like, oh, good, I can go outside. I gave it a little bit, and no, it's still raining. It's still raining hard. It never let up at all. I don't know what it's talking about, but at least I can get away from the alarm a little bit if I walk out here. It's a little bit pleasant. I'm out on the road. You can see there's hotels and stuff all around us. There's really no life. There's some old stuff. Like, this is kind of classic, right? And even the hotel we're staying in, check this out. This is not a new hotel by any stretch. So we, all right, maybe I need to be under the thing and you just have to put up the noise. Sorry about the noise. I can't avoid it. It's Miami. Welcome to America, where the noise never ends. If it's not traffic, it's just sirens. I'm starting to prefer the nonstop dance music of Latin America. Okay, so this morning, we had to deal with our COVID test because we have to have a COVID test for our flight. Remember, you have to have it no more than 72 hours before you touch down, but you have to have it filed a minimum of 36 hours before you take off. So the gap between the two sounds like 36 hours, except that 36-hour window has to include the entire time of your flight, as well as all potential delays that you want to account for. So, and then you have very little control over the window at which you get the test, right? So you have to take the test when they let you take it, and you get the results when you get them. We're expecting the results today at 6:30, which is fine if they really do come in then, which they normally do. So that's not a concern. But you know, that we were able to get in somewhere today to get the test, well, it has to be done today. In theory, we could have done it yesterday, but then would the test have been too early? Had the results come back before end of day, our test would have expired before we touched down. And since they only give tests generally in an about 6-hour window in the mornings, the actual amount of flexibility on tests is extremely little. In practical terms, you only have a window of a few hours, one way or another, to get a test. And if anything goes wrong, you miss your flight and you start over. So that's a big problem. And they've created a system where you just have to have constant tests and they fail all the time, even though you pass the test. Anyway, or fail the test, whatever the case is with COVID test, you want a negative. Anyway, so we got up this morning. We had a little bit of flexibility, so we slept in a little because remember, Luciana has a bad cold. Liesel's fighting off a cold. We're all in very high stress or at risk of getting sick if we're not careful, and it's going to be really easy to get exhausted, especially after yesterday. So we're trying very hard to make sure that we're getting sleep. So we did that. We slept in this morning, got up just in time to come down and pick up our rental car. We're using Turo again. That was such a good experience in Houston. We're doing it again here in Miami. Picked up a Nissan Altima that we're just going to have for 2 days, just today, tomorrow. We're done by 6 o'clock. Luciana had wanted to go to the zoo today, and that sounded like a lot of fun, and I was hoping we could do that. But between having lots of errands and things we have to do today and the fact that a zoo's $100 for the 4 of us to get in, Dominica doesn't really want to go, and it was supposed to have stopped raining by now. There's really no way we're going to go to the zoo. It's already almost 3 o'clock and it's still raining. So if we went to the zoo, we would have been in rain the entire time. It is a little bit chilly out here, even though it looks like it's pretty nice. And it just would not be a great zoo experience, and there'll be a lot of money. And Dominica's just like, I don't want to go anywhere. So we're not doing that. So tomorrow, the plan is we're going to take the car, we're going to drive to the Florida Keys and go see it, because none of us have seen the Florida Keys. Now that we have a car, we can't go out to Key West or anything. That's like 3 hours away. But Key Largo is just like an hour and 10 minutes away, and that's where a lot of stuff is. So our plan is to go out and see the Florida Keys, do some pictures. I'll take out the camera. We're not supposed to be raining tomorrow, and that should be, in theory, pretty good. So looking forward to that. So that, we got the car at about 10 o'clock this morning, and as soon as we got the car, then we went up to the room. Do you hear that banging sound? Like, the noise just never ends. And we had about half an hour, get everybody ready, got the kids up, and we got out the door to drive way up to North Miami Beach, which was about 50 minutes away, to pick up or to take our COVID test. That went really smoothly. We really liked the place that we did it. It was very convenient. They let us in. We got there super early because we left really early just to be safe. Got there super early, and This is just so distracting. This is a security door, and the sound, it's malfunctioning. The motor is just pounding it into the other door. They've been working on it all day, and I think that's why the alarm's going off, because it's an emergency door and it just never stops sounding the alarm. It's a bit crazy. We got our COVID test really quickly. It was very painless. The whole process was easy. Got that. They're supposed to email us by 6:30 tonight, and then we were able to leave. On the way there, we had so much extra time. We just swung into McDonald's, picked up some coffee, that kind of stuff. But then we saw a Wawa. The very last thing that Luciana had on her must-do list while we're in the United States. She had hoped while we're in Miami to go to a Wawa. We're like, there was one in Fort Lauderdale. We're not going to find another one. We passed one today as we went to the COVID test. So as soon as the COVID test was over, back to Wawa and checked everything else on Luciana's list. So, awesome. They all got food there and ice cream stuff and all kinds of things that they like from Wawa. I went next door to Krispy Kreme, got a dozen piping hot donuts, because you never get to do that, and donuts are not a thing, and we can't get the hot ones anywhere, so we were able to get that, and that was it. We ate real quickly, a little bit while we were there, drove back to the hotel, about another 45 minutes, and now we are back at the hotel where we are hanging out for the afternoon. I'm working, everyone else is just chilling, doing their own thing, and we have really no plans today. I think we're just gonna go to like IHOP for dinner or something, and then hopefully get to bed at a good time, get lots of rest, get up in the morning, and we have nothing to do tomorrow but to hit the Florida Keys and enjoy that. We gotta be back a little bit early so we can turn in the car, but they're just picking up the car here at the hotel, so there's no like worry about going to the airport or going anywhere. We don't have to drop it off. They're gonna come pick it up. So Toro for the win. That is so nice that we're able to do that stuff. And it's saving us a lot of money. It was so much cheaper than anything else that it actually kind of paid for itself. Plus we get to go to the Keys and do things and enjoy ourselves. So the whole thing is just a really good combination. We're very happy with how that turned out. And tomorrow should be fun. I want to see the Keys. We're gonna go check out the food and maybe see the state parks and stuff. I'm not exactly sure what you do in the Keys other than it's beaches and restaurants and stuff like that, but we're gonna find out. And I know there's a Coral Reef State Park and some other things, the National Marine Sanctuary and that kind of stuff. So we're looking forward to that and just having a day of being tourist again after a long time. And then Sunday, obviously, getting back in the plane. So pretty good day today so far. Yeah, I'm gonna do another update this evening, but I'm gonna go ahead and upload this because it's just so much work to try to put these together right now. So uploading them separately while we still have internet at the hotel. So that's it for this morning. We'll see what happens later today.